Well, first, welcome to the brand new Yakabod World Headquarters, right here in beautiful, historic downtown Frederick. We love being here, and just we really appreciate all of you being here to celebrate with us. This is a pretty big milestone for us, and I promise we didn't bring you here to listen to me talk, so I'm going to make this short. But this is such a big milestone for us. There's some people that deserve some thanks and some call-outs. So we're going to take care of that. First, I just want to thank, we do have some of our elected officials present here. I see County Executive Gardner, and I saw the Mayor, Michael O'Connor, is back here somewhere. And we have a couple of aldermen and women. I think I saw Alderwoman Kelly Russell right behind. There we go. And I don't know if Alderman McShane and Wilson were signed up. I don't know if I've seen them yet, but anyways, just thank you all for being here, and thanks for your service. We have a great community here, and part of that's from you guys putting your efforts into it, so thank you. We appreciate it. So, I don't think, well, if you guys remember, we started back in 2000, and most of you are old enough to remember back to 2000, and all the rage back then was Enron. You guys remember that? And the smartest guys in the room? Everybody remember that? You might not remember that. You were 10, yeah. Yeah, a lot of you remember that. Well, pretty early on, Scott and I realized that was not going to be our competitive advantage. We were going to have to come up with a different one. And but we also knew this is what we were called to do. And so we just decided we were going to have to trust in the one who called us to do it, and our Heavenly Father has provided graciously for us, not just provided, but prospered us. I don't think Scott and I would ever have imagined when we started this all those years ago that we would, well, after we got past the whole thing that we're going to be .com quadrillionaires. You guys all remember that too, right? But once we got past that, I don't think we ever thought we'd be here 17 years later, surrounded by such a great community, with such a great team, and accelerating. And we are accelerating right now. And that it amazes me, and we are most grateful for that. And next, I don't know if many of you are probably creative. And if you've ever done a creative project, you went to record a song or paint a painting or something like that, make some pottery, you probably know what I'm talking about. That thing that you've got in your head isn't always what comes out. In fact, it's seldom the thing that comes out. And everybody may look at it and they say, that's great, and I love your song or I love your painting, but it's not the thing you have in your head, right? I think you guys know what I'm talking about. Well, I have to say, this is one of those very few things that I've ever been involved in that what you're experiencing right now is actually what we envisioned. I mean, this is Yakabod, and this is what we envisioned when we set out to do this. So that's, yeah, that's pretty amazing, And but in that process, a lot of people, of course, we're going to keep that brief, but thanks some people that helped bring that to reality. But we're a software company, right? So my part of this was easy. I just had to make sure that all these decisions we were making were authentically us. The dozens and hundreds of little decisions we had to make, that it was authentically who we were and how we worked. But we're a software company, and so you might imagine most of us are a little geeky, maybe a little nerdy, maybe a little introverted. And so we could have literally set up in the space downstairs, the unfinished space, with some folding tables and some beanbag chairs and plenty of space to fly our drones. And we'd have thought that was pretty cool too. So there's a reason this place is not only functional, but it's beautiful, and that's because of we have a great designer, I'd dare say world-class designer, and that's my wife, Kathleen. So if you, yeah, please give her some props, because we didn't pay her very much. So we'll make sure she's feeling loved. Also I don't know did I see Paul, is Paul Milstein here somewhere? I don't think I saw him wander in yet. Yeah, you guys can relay my personal thanks to Paul. It was easy to catch a vision for this. If you guys go outside of here, and see the space where we had no influence. It's a beautiful shell building, and the core and everything is very well done. That's a great props to everybody involved there in Douglas Development and the architects, Jeff Whitman and Katie Sheridan from GTM, and I'm sure others. It's wonderful. It was a great canvas to start from, but as great as it was to start from, there was a point where we weren't going to be here. It was just too complicated, and Paul called me and said, give me a chance, I'm going to make it easy. And he did exactly that. He made it easy, and I just want to thank him. He's not here, but somebody can, Pat or somebody can pass along to him. Keith, maybe if he's here. I just want to thank him for his persistence and also for being a man of his word. So thanks to Paul. Also, when we actually got into the construction, that took a lot of people to pull it off, and I really had the sense being here every day. I don't know that anybody ever said this, but I really had this sense that I've been around a lot of construction, and a lot of times it's just get it done and get it good enough. I had a sense that just about everybody involved here was proud to be involved in this, and they knew they were building something special, and they treated it like craftsmen. And I think that's a real testimony to the leadership of Keith from Douglas Development, on-site, their on-site construction, and Pat with Waynesboro Construction, their project manager, and Roger, who was here every day, on-site supervisor. And those are the guys I worked with every day, and they made it a pleasure, and I just, wow. Nice work, gentlemen. It was a pleasure. You guys were great to work with, so thank you. Finally, there's a lot of local artisans and producers involved here. A lot of the furniture came from local providers, the artwork, that stuff. So if you like anything, let us know. We can probably hook you up. And all the pottery Scott actually did. Scott, my business partner Scott and Debbie, where are they? That's Butterfly Men Pottery. They've got a little gallery. So maybe you could generate a little revenue for Scott here. You want to visit his gallery, admire all the pieces on display. But I could go down the list. Everybody from Mark the carpenter to Jason the electrician to Bielek, who helped us move and manage that part of it. There was a whole host of people, and we were really grateful for everybody's role in this. And thanks for coming out to celebrate with us. We only do this once every 10 or 15 years. So, and we're not going to go through this again anytime soon, but we figured that gave it special occasion status, so you might also want to give a hand to Minda and her team with Love and Dishes, because when we thought special occasion, we thought of Minda, and yeah, it's worked. So thank you, Minda. Yeah. All right, everybody enjoy.